wondered why selling mom and dad's house can take months, even though there's a will sitting in the kitchen drawer? Well, we get that question all the time, not only from people in South Carolina, but from California and pretty much everywhere in between.
And it's one of those topics that like nobody wants to talk about until they have to, which is why we're bringing you this information, because it feels like everybody that we are surrounded by or with our generation is going through it in some form or fashion. So whether you're in California or South Carolina, this can apply because I'm licensed in both to help you as a probate certified realtor. But tonight we're going to kind of break it down. We're in South Carolina, so we're going to kind of stay focused there. Maybe we'll do another one for California in the future. You never know. But yeah, so that's what we want to talk about tonight.
And a quick disclaimer before we jump in. We're not attorneys. We're not accountants. We're realtors. But over the years, we've become what's called the source of the source. So we know people, kind of like the mafia.
Yeah.
I got a guy.
I'm Italian, so you never know. I might. But anyway, all that means is that we're not here to give you legal advice. We're here to, like he said, be the source of the source and point you in the right direction, no matter where you're watching this from. By the way, leave us a comment in the chat where you are. Are you in Minnesota? Are you in New Jersey? Are you in
Arkansas?
Are you in California watching this? Anyway, we want to hear from you. So let us know in the chat where you are, and we'll get into this in just a hot second.
Yep. And by the end of the live stream, you'll know what probate really is, how it affects a home sale, and where we fit in as guides, not lawyers.
Yeah. So, again, just to reiterate, we are your favorite realtor, husband and wife team. I'm Angel. This is Dan. We're the Gen X Realtors in Charleston. Yes. And we are with eXp Realty, and we would love to help you no matter what the situation is. Again, be the source of the source. Yep. So let's start with this. Like, what is probate? Like, what even does it? What is it?
Yeah. So it's a court process that gives someone legal authority to handle a person's estate after they pass away. That's the simple answer there.
So if mom owns the house and she's passed, dad, has gone 10 years of, previous, it helps the property get moved from one place to another. That's essentially what's happening.
Okay. Yeah. Through like an executor, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's either an executor if there's a trust, a personal representative, or an administrator. It depends on how the title is held. That was a video for another day, but a lot of those factors we're not going to cover today. But probate is essentially moving it from one name to another. Legally. Yeah.
Well, and in the movies and that, they always like show like a will, and it's like when they read the will, it's like everything automatically gets moved over.
They're always around a boardroom.
Yeah. And there's
sitting on either side.
There's a snarky lawyer in there. And but that will doesn't actually move the title. Yeah. You still need to get court approval. So.
Think of the will as like a finger point, because it just kind of says like you get this and you get that and you get this, but it has nothing to do with moving the house. It doesn't direct the house. The house cannot be moved. Your tchotchkes and all of the goodness from, so-and-so's baking experience or whatever, all that stuff gets used and pointed with a will, but not real estate.
Yeah. And, people think that with the will, it's all automatic, but not quite. So here in South Carolina, real estate almost always goes through probate unless it's in a trust or if it's jointly owned, meaning in the deed, it shows right of survivorship, meaning if I passed away, then Angel would automatically get the property.
It's the closest thing South Carolina has to California's community property state. South Carolina is not a community property state. California is. So even if it's not held in a trust in California, it's still a little easier. But if mom goes and dad's been gone for a number of years and they didn't have a trust, then it's probably still going to trigger probate. Again, probate rhymes with state. That's when they get in and they decide who the personal representative is, who the, who's going to handle all the other stuff that has to be done with the property. So that's kind of where the two states, and every state is different. So if you are watching this in Montana or New Jersey or Arkansas, Your state's going to be, set up differently. I don't know how all 50 states are, for crying out loud. That would be a lot to do. But just so you know, those are the two differences that I can speak to. Is South Carolina not a community property state where it's right of survivorship, how the title is held, and then California being a community property state, both names untitled. All of it's sorted. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's lighten this up just a quick hot second. We're going to do a Gen X fun fact.
Oh boy.
Yes. So we do this every video, whether you're watching us live or recorded, whatever we do. He always likes to try and stump me with some fun fact from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. What have you got today, mister?
The topic is music.
Oh, my favorite.
So it would have been the top song for the week that we're in, but
November.
it would be in 1979.
Oh, Pina Colada song?
No.
Oh, Escape. It's called Escape.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Oh, plan our escape. Go ahead.
So the hint I will give you is that the band name has to do with birds.
I thought Stray Cats. I'm like, no, that's not birds. Birds.
Yeah.
Birds.
It's an obscure clue, but I don't want to give it away.
Okay, I need more clues. What? 79 birds. And what did the song say? Am I looking for the song? Am I looking for the band?
Title of the song. Yeah.
Birds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Birds.
Yeah. One of the words in the title of the song is tonight.
Tonight's the night.
No.
Nope. That's
You ready?
yeah. Tonight.
There's gonna be a heartache tonight.
Oh.
A heartache tonight.
Heartache.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not know that?
Oh,
was
the
name
Eagles. Oh, I'm like, what?
That's not the name of the band.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you singing?
The Heartache Crows.
Oh, nice.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Eagles. Well then.
Can I tell you some other songs that were popular around that same time?
Okay, let's go.
There was a song. Have you ever heard of the song "No More Tears"? And then in parentheses, "Enough is Enough" with Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer.
Yes.
I'd never heard of that song in my life.
Yes.
When I was researching.
Enough is enough is enough. I can't go on. My mom was a huge Barbara Streisand fan.
It starts slow and then it
Yes.
gets all
Yes.
funky.
Yes.
And then Styx,
Oh yeah.
the song "Babe."
Yeah.
Not to
Babe,
be,
I'm leaving.
not to be confused with the pig in the.
No.
That's a different thing.
That would suck.
So that is
All right.
Heartache
Eagles.
Tonight.
Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we are done with the Gen X fun fact, we are going to kind of cover some myths and truths about probate, what you can expect.
Yes.
So let's kind of walk through that, clear it up a little bit and make it digestible. Because again, like we said, you don't know you're going to need probate until you need probate.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh crap.
Do you want to throw out the first myth?
Sure. If there is a will, you will skip probate.
We already talked about that.
No, remember the will is the finger pointer. It tells which tchotchkes.
This is the guy.
Yeah,
But he's still got to do his stuff.
which tchotchke's going to which kid.
The second myth, probate takes forever.
Kind of yes and no.
Not always,
Yeah.
right? So in South Carolina, straightforward estates can wrap up in months, but complicated situations, like something we're going to talk about a little bit later, can take a lot longer.
I've got lots of examples of the complicated situations.
Right. Yeah.
Why do we have that?
Mhm.
Well, actually, that's why we're doing this, because again, you don't know if you're going to need it until after you need it. But the more we can make it streamline, the better.
Yep.
So here's why this matters. Because why, Dan? Did I mess up? Sorry. The family
we're
gets
good.
over. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
We're good.
We talked about like the finger.
So here's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This
is huge.
There's over 72 trillion, yes, trillion with a T, that is being passed from boomers to Gen X and millennials.
How much does Uncle Sam want to get their hands on all that property? That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Anyway, because we're in the, depending on when you're watching this, there was just an announcement that there's going to be a 50-year mortgage, and it's as dumb as a box of rocks, if you ask me. Again, I am a realtor, so I don't think that's a wise decision. They should call us and be like, how can we help housing affordability? Anyway, all that to say, that whole what'd you say, $72 trillion
Mhm.
is called the Great Wealth Transfer. And it's no joke. It's going to affect our generation. It's going to affect our kids. So the boomers are sitting on houses that they got for $3,000 and 2 pieces of gum. That's now,
Yeah.
that's now worth 750,000 and, income producing or whatever. And so that is not just one family, that is multiple families, because that's what our country's built on, is like home ownership and generational wealth, handing down the family farm,
Right.
handing down the family lake house, the family beach house, the rentals, the whatever. That's what our generation, we knew our parents had it, but we didn't at the time. We didn't want it, maybe.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get it whether we want it.
Well, and real estate is probably your number one investment
Yeah.
besides trading stocks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so chances are you're going to deal with probate or estate planning at some point.
Yeah.
And the average probate process nationwide can last up to 20 months. And
That's a year and a half.
Yeah.
Change.
And can cost 3 to 7% of the value of the estate.
Right. So that's just the 3 to 7% of the value of the estate. That's not the lawn care. That's not, the electricity bill, the water, making sure that doesn't, get shut off while all of that is happening. Because in some states, nobody can live in the home, or in some states, somebody has to live in the home. Again, this is how each state is different.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be very mindful of, like, not only are you paying realtors, you're paying tax attorneys, you're paying these things, but you're still going to lose 3 to 7% just in the transfer alone, depending on what happens through probate. So you have to be very, very mindful and to not lose your mind. That's why we're walking you through this now, so that we can kind of start to get some of those ducks in a row and make it as clean as possible.
Right. And then the little bit of prep that you do on the front end will save your family time, will save you money, and will save you from going crazy.
Yeah. Right? And that's actually where we come in, right? Because like I said, we're usually the first ones that get the call of, like, okay, my dad's been gone for 10 years and my mom just died. What do I do now? And that's why we're the source of the source, right? So that's where we come in. And
we help on the property side, and it usually starts earlier than people think. So step one, confirm who's legally allowed to make decisions, right?
Yeah, that's that personal representative, or if there is a trust, which we're not talking about trust today, but if there is a trust, there's going to be an executor or an executrix or multiple. Sometimes families set up more than one person because they know the dynamics of having one person in charge people get money, they get power, they get decision fatigue, or they get
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Yeah. So some families set up multiple, or they make it a family member outside, or they make it a person outside of the family on purpose,
just to keep it
civil. Yeah. So those are the things that, we can help you, like, again, point you in the right direction of where to look for that. Hopefully it's not a hot mess. I've got stories, but that's what we mean by being the source of the source, is where we can, okay, now you need to talk to an attorney. Now you need to go ahead and open probate. Okay, what county are you in? All that kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
And then the second thing you want to look at is the property's condition and figure out what the best plan is. Do you want to sell it as is? Do you want to do some light remodeling to the home, or do you want to do like a full-blown restoration prior to the sale?
Yeah, if we're going to be doing an estate sale, we want to, help the family members get what they need to get out of there before the estate sale, things along those lines. And then, we have, in both states, we have people that handle estate sales very gently, because that can be ugly. We've seen that go south with family members, like while the estate sale is going on, family members stepped outside the estate sale to go handle like a personal sale of jewelry. And the estate person is like, well, wait a minute.
Why isn't that part of the
that's
mix?
Part of the money that I'm going to help make and i.e. be paid for. So it was weird. And they're like, well, it's our stuff. And it just got really, anyway. So
you really want to have the right people around to kind of, it's like when we had our wedding, we had a wedding coordinator, because it's like, we don't want to be asked questions during our own event, and we don't want to be burdened with
Yeah.
making decisions on how things are going to go or the order of that. So that's where these folks come in.
Yeah.
So, and what we do is we connect you with the right people, whether it's a probate attorney, a title company, a clean out crew, like she mentioned, or contractors. We have all those people in our pocket.
Yeah. And it's to make it seamless for you, because by that time you're, if it goes to the 20 months, you're tapped out. You're like, I got nothing left.
Yeah.
And then of course there's family dynamics that can come into play. And, whenever there's loss, obviously, whether it's a good or a bad loss, you knew it was coming or whatever, there's just a lot of emotion attached to that. Then you've got like a family home, or you've got, something to maybe it's not good, and maybe you don't want to spend any time there. Well, that's where we come in, because you don't have to do it. You just say, take care of it, Dan and Angel. We don't, I don't want to step foot in that property again. We've got that in our neighborhood. There was a situation, and the wife was like, I'm never stepping foot in that house again.
Yep.
So every situation is different, but we want to make it as easy for you as possible.
Yeah. And then we will help guide the sale once the court gives the approval, from the marketing to the closing, to help the families move forward and not have to.
So again, sorry, I cut you off.
No,
anyway, so to make it easy for you, we have a form in the description below that you can fill out, and it will direct you on like what you need. If you're watching this, like we've said, in another state that's not South Carolina and not California, we can help you there, of course. But also, like, if you like, I don't even know where to go. I don't even know what my state needs. You fill out the form, and if you need a realtor, that would be the first place to start, because they usually have the people to reach out to. But if you need an attorney or an accountant or whatever, we are not those people.
Well, this lady here is probate certified.
But we're here to help you. So feel free, no matter where you're watching this from, to fill that out so that we can make sure that you get what you need at the time that you need it, and you're not waiting 20 months to start to execute whatever happens. Because there are stories, not mine, sadly, or I guess happily, is that it went on for 3 years.
Wow.
Okay. How much drama was that? Like nobody needs that. But we are grateful that you're here. We're trying to bring this information, to our generation, because like we've said before, like we're kind of all in that time of life. Some parents are with us, some parents aren't. Some parents talk about it, some parents don't. Siblings, whatever. So
that's a good time to start those conversations. If you don't have anything in place, it's like, get a will. Find out what a probate process would look like if your family members are still with you. And what maybe how they have title held, that would help a lot. But anyway, so we appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're giving you this information. We're here every Tuesday live at 5, and we would love to hear from you. And next week,
is a part 2.
We're going to be doing part 2, and we'll be talking about prepping the home and kind of prepping the family. We might have a guest on. I have some phone calls in, but if we don't have the guest on, we'll download as much as we can from her. But it would be in your best interest if you wanted to kind of go through the next step. We're just going to go ahead. Normally we do, different topics, but next week we're just going to finish the part 2 of this, because it's a lot. We've already gone 20 minutes, and it can be a lot. So so we'll be talking about like the emotional side, the practical side, how to clean out the house, stage it, sell it with less stress. That's where we come in. So we appreciate you being here. Peace out. Gen X. I can't believe that. The Eagles. That's a good one.